Hello, my name is Kyle Heffner. I'm the Brinson Wellness Coach. Welcome to Stretch and Strengthen at the Desk. We're going to cover 4 more exercises for you that you can do at your desk. These are simple exercises that you can improve your range of motion or your flexibility and hopefully improve your strength as well. And so the idea is we tend to sit for long periods of time. It's always good to get up and take frequent breaks. We do need to cover these exercises in a slow fashion. You're not going to force the position, but you're going to hold the position 10 to 15 seconds each to allow the area to stretch comfortably, and then repeat them 3 or more times each. And so we'll talk about each one as we go. The first one we're going to do today is the torso stretch. Now you're sitting down and you're going to reach around to the opposite side with the opposite hand so that you can twist the upper body in what we call a torso stretch to one side. So you hold that position to one side, maybe to the right or to the left. Hold it for 10 seconds and then you want to breathe normally, and then you want to return and go back to the other opposite direction. So again, hold that for about 10 seconds and then go back to the sitting facing straight ahead, and then repeat it 3 times on each side. That's going to work on stretching the internal costal muscles, the transverse abdominis muscles, all these tissues that are around your trunk. And they sometimes don't get an opportunity to stretch. Now, one of the reasons that's important is that most back injuries occur in a rotated position. And so that's why we are working on stretching these areas. Okay, the second one, we're going to look at the seated hamstring stretch. Now for this one, you should sit with your hips all the way back in your chair, and if you can, put both feet on the floor, and you're going to straighten out one leg at a time. And basically you're going to contract the thigh to keep the knee nice and straight and bring the toe up so it's straight up and down. Now you should feel a stretch in the back of the knee, and that's your hamstring stretching. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Then we'll let that leg down, and we're going to bring up the other one and work on the other leg. Now you wonder why this is important. Well, the hamstring group that you're stretching actually relates to back injury risk. And so as you stretch out those hamstrings, you're going to hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. You're helping to allow the range of motion in those hamstrings to improve, and so it's going to lower the tension that's down in the low back as you go to bend over. It's going to help prevent some of the battle that goes on between the hamstring and the low back. And so that's why we work on the hamstring range of motion. It's a very important stretch. The other thing that exercise does for you is that you do strengthen the thigh muscles, and that's an area where a lot of people grow weak as you get older. You get weaker in that area fast. And so this strengthens the thigh. It also sends a neurological message to the hamstring to relax. When you contract that thigh muscle group, it does cause the hamstring group to relax. And so it's a very effective stretch. It's a very important one. Okay, number 3, we're going to work on the lat stretch. Now the lat stretch, you're going to sit nice and straight in your chair, and what you're going to do is basically reach behind you like you're going to pat yourself on the back with one hand. That's it. And the other hand can come up and assist that in a gentle stretch of the shoulder. Now be careful with your shoulder. If some of you have shoulder issues, you need to be extra careful with that shoulder. Don't force the stretch, but you should feel a gentle stretch up underneath the arm, and that is actually working on the lats. Now the lats is a large muscle that is attached to the arms, but it runs down the back all the way to the low back. And it's involved in pulling the arms down or the hands down. You've probably seen the lat pull down at the gym. Well, that's the latissimus dorsi, and we call it the lats. Well, the reason that's important is that when the lats are tight, they pull down on the shoulders and they internally rotate the arms. And it causes a person to slump. Well, you don't need to slump. Slumping is going to basically cause some back issues, or maybe if nothing else, some fatigue, because it really allows poor posture. And you always want to restore the natural curves of the back. Okay, the last one we're going to work on today is the low back stretch. Now the low back stretch, you're going to sit in the chair and you're basically going to, with both feet on the floor, you're going to have your knees apart. And I like to cross the arms so that you're basically holding your elbows with each hand, the alternate hands, and then you're going to drop those elbows in between your knees, and your head is going to relax as the low back is going to feel a stretch in this. So you're basically bending over at the waist and allowing your upper body to basically go down. You should be able to hold it for about 10 seconds and then come back up. Always remember to breathe on these exercises. When you bend over and you stretch, just relax. Should be not holding your breath, but relaxed breathing. So you need to repeat that stretch at least 3 times. And hopefully these are going to be helpful to you at the workplace. If you're sitting for long periods of time, like I say, try these out. You might find that you can feel a little more comfortable after doing these exercises. Thank you.